Alright. There we go. Alright, Magdeburg, what can you give me? I want all your money, because I have so many loans now. I will take war reps, because I have so many loans. Anyone I want to take your claims away from? Nope, nobody I really care about, to be honest with you. Do I want to make Brunswick stronger? I really don't think I care, honestly. Magdeburg versus Brunswick. No, let's just call that one done. And then we'll be done with this here shortly. We do need to get our allies going as soon as we get out of there. So, the second we're done here, we're going to try to get Gelra. And we'll see who else is amenable. Our aggressive expansion is starting to tick down pretty good. I may see what it would... Let's see. What damage would that do? If, honestly, not much at all. We may do that. Alright, let's see here. So we're at 100% war score. We want that. I want your money. War reps, humiliate, love power projection. And I think I'm good. So we got to head north after all. Let's see how that did to the aggressive expansion. Oh, it hardly did anything. This is killing me though. We're gonna have to slow down, just because the damage that unlawful territory does to relationships is immense. So, all right, let's get that cord, and let's get our guys home. I will take prestige. Yes, please. We are going to have some rebel issues. There's no question about that whatsoever. Those guys popped and thankfully attacked our enemies, so thank you. That was very useful. That's East Frisia is, I would love, and sometimes there's a mission to take that, and I would love to take it. Oldenburg, that might be where. I mean, ideally, I could take all of this area up here in the Upper Lubeck. The Hansa are a little difficult to deal with, but wow, Bohemia ate the daylights out of Brandenburg. What did that do to your not as bad as I thought. I mean, it's still high with a couple folks, but Bohemia's strong. Alright, some new rivalries going. You're mad at me now. Please don't be mad. I don't care about your land. Don't be mad at me. Alright, let's see what's out there. So Saxony suddenly very friendly, because we lost our relationship with Brandenburg. And they are allied with Bohemia, so that would be great. Let's do that. Bohemia, they're still neutral. We're not really big enough to be on their radar right now. Let's see, who else? Brabant is in trouble. Good grief. Yeah, I mean, Gelra, well, honestly, would be ideal. Right now we just got Frankfurt and Saxony, though. We do need more. And any of these little one-province miners actually are pretty decent early game, because they get decent-sized armies, depending on the type of... oh yeah, we gotta repay... oof. No, let's just repay the one we have to repay. In fact, we're gonna wait till we have to repay it, because it doesn't save any money on the interest. So, alright, Saxony. Who are you buddies with? Lunenburg and Mainz. Could go the Mainz route. Alright, the Hesse truce expired. Brunswick, Cleves, and Nuremberg. Well, none of those are major concerns, so let's go ahead and fabricate. Early game HRE, my plan is usually to do some laser fast expansion in the early game, but the HRE settles into, I don't want to say a static formation, but as the major players start to assert themselves, that's when you'll probably start to do more development within the area that you have. The good news is the HRE land, for the most part, is all pretty good. So it's not, if you can start to develop this land, it can make you pretty powerful. Buildings, probably going to have to do a lot of force limit buildings just to get some army dominance going early. 7 years for those rebels. Okay, so that's not too terrible. Yeah, Bradley, that's a good point. So in the chat brings up the problem with getting big. You can't rival the miners, right? So as I see it in the HRE, there's really two tiers, right? So you've got the let's see, do we want a revolt or prestige? I'll take the revolt, actually. Let's move our folks in there. So you got the miners, and then you've got the second tier, right? So right now that's essentially me, Bavaria, Saxony, and then you've got the bigs, right? Which is Austria, Bohemia. So it gets tricky. The further you get into this, I said Aachen and I went to Cologne. Lovely. So yeah, it gets a little tricky to figure out what you're going to be able to do, and that's the other reason I'd actually like to unfair taxes, lose some small amount of ducats in admin, or gain some devotion. I'll say I'm max devotion. 7 ducats isn't a big deal. Let's see, gain devotion, drop local unrest, or lots of admin. No, which one is this? Aachen? Well, the Aachen rebels just popped, so I don't know that I care. So let's take the points. So yeah, the other reason I want to get to the coast is that allows us to branch out of the HRE. So you almost have to, when you're playing the HRE game, especially as a 1 or 2 province miner in the beginning game, you almost have to get to the edge of the HRE so that when you get big enough, you can push outward and not have to worry about upsetting the Empire apple cart. And then eventually you're going to have to worry about the Emperor if he's able to push through too many reforms. But all that balancing act, honestly, is what makes the game entertaining in that regard. We are probably streaming for another 15 to 30. My family will be due home here shortly, and my little daughter's at dance class, so I will be stopping the stream. And for those of you on YouTube, you don't care because you're not watching this live. The Hansa offered us an alliance. That's fantastic for now, and I'm going to take it because yeah, they're going to be a major issue in the Lubeck trade node, but right now I'll take it. I will take it. For anybody watching, streaming will likely happen evening hours during the week, and then on the weekend probably early and then late. We do not have an actual schedule up yet, but if you're enjoying any of the streams, and we will talk about this during the streams, we will be doing dual stream and record. So feel free to hop over to our YouTube channel, BerCrew Studios, BerCrew space Studios, and if you miss anything here streaming, you can make up for it on the YouTube channel as well. Oldenburg, who are you at war with? Teutonic, yeah, go for it, buddy. So East Frisia will be the next one. We'll go ahead and start repaying some of these loans. Gelra, you still mad? Don't be mad. I'm not mad. You shouldn't be mad. Alright, we gotta do something with these. Gonna go ahead and buddy up a little bit to Bohemia. and Wurzburg, because I really don't plan on pushing too far south, at least not early here. I would kind of like to move in the thisly direction, this way. So get to the coast up here, and then we're going to have to deal with the Hansa at some point. But if I can get Ostfriesland and Oldenburg to at least make the coast, then I can figure out what the political landscape looks like from there. The landscape changes so fast in the early game HRE that you're not really, I don't know that you're ever making long time friends. I might have accidentally extended a loan. I didn't mean to. Let's see. How's our inflation? It's horrific. Let's get some of these loans paid off. And I'm going to go ahead and kill my army maintenance. Not all the way, because we got surprised earlier. And because we're only one thick, there's nowhere to hide, right? I don't have alliances that are giving me an area to hide in within our own land. Nassau, you want? Oh, I missed it. It's the problem of Speed 4. You're going to miss some things. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tech up. Military tech early game, so important. We'll go ahead and I'm going to get the defensive units for now because I don't plan on any major combat. I just have to remember to change that if we do go hostile. All right, rebel uprising. So yeah, this is going to happen. All right, lose stability or lose a small amount of ducats. I'll take the ducats and repay another loan. How many more loans do we have? Ah, just the one. Perfect. So we're almost out of debt, which is good. That's why I try to piece guys out separately as much as I can, just because you need the money. And when you're small in the HRE, it's so easy to have to go into debt during wars, because one bad battle can, basically end your military, and you got to go merc real fast. So having a bit of a war chest, whether you are borrowing it or have it already, is important. So let's look at our diplomatic situation. We're 3 out of 4, Hansa, Saxony, Frankfurt. We're working on Wurzburg and Gelre. We will see how that goes there. However, Gelre is now allied with East Frisia, so that's probably going to be a problem. So we may hold off on those guys. Bohemia, how are you doing? Bohemia is essentially the France of the HRE, in that sense that you see a lot of YouTubers or live streamers who are playing larger game. It's really about, especially in multiplayers, who can ally France first and use them as the hammer. So Bohemia is the France equivalent in the HRE game, and I don't know if we're going to go that route, but it'd be hard to pass up if it was offered to us. In the meantime, how you Oldenburg? You do not have great allies, so we may go straight to Oldenburg. I would like to get my alliances top back off before we get there, though. Let's see. We do not have a current truce with these guys, do we? AE is almost all burned. Hanover might not be a bad one to snag. East Frisia, Hesse, and Pomerania. Ooh, that's actually a really nice set of allies, because that would allow us to go that route as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start fabricating on Hanover and also Oldenburg and East Frisia, and we'll see how things line out. How close are these guys to popping? Pretty close. So they're going to go into Osnabrück. Alright, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get our army maintenance back up so they have time to get their morale. And we may even recruit a couple. Our manpower is starting to recover. We're at 8 out of 10, 6-2. I'll go ahead and just do 1 infantry and 1 cav for now. And that'll get us to our force limit. So yeah, I'm gonna this, and this. So Hanover, Oldenburg, and East Frisia. Those are the claims we're gonna fabricate, and then we'll see how things develop from there. I have the claim on Hesse, and I could make that happen right now, couldn't I? Because I'm already fabricating on Brunswick. I hate to go south when I'm trying to get to the water, though. So we may have to wait. I do want to get Hesse, but man, I just got to get to the water. Because essentially what happens is, from a trade power perspective, the once you hit water and you can get into like a Lübeck trade node, which has a decent amount in it, you build your 6 or 7 ships, and essentially, especially if you can take the estuary here, you build your 6 or 7 ships. What do we want to do? Admin power or devotion with a loss of autonomy in Berg? What is Berg's autonomy? 33%. Hard to pass up monarch points though, and the unrest would go up. I'm going to take the monarch points early here because we need to get to our ideas. Normally I love dropping autonomy, and that would be the direction I go, but 50 monarch points is not a small amount, especially in at Tech 3. Alright. Geller's still mad. Würzburg's still mad. Bohemia, how you doing? Ooh, you are losing a war. Bavaria, Würzburg, Frankfurt, and Ravensburg. That is an interesting war for them to be losing. And they would take an alliance right now. I bet you would. Problem is, would that put me into their war? And the answer is maybe. I'm probably going to wait. Alright, so our army is reformed. We should be at our force limit. We are. Autonomy is not terrible. Culture is accepted. Alright, so recall from there. I'm going to take our army maintenance back down now that our rebels have popped. There are wars going on all over the place, so let's fabricate a claim on Ostfriesland. We got the Brunswick one. Alright, so here's the question. So who are you allied with again? Hesse, oh, and Pomerania, eh? Who is East Frisia allied with now? Just Saxe-Lauenburg, oh my. So we need that to finish. Brunswick, Cleves, and Nuremberg. God, I almost... Pomerania is being attacked already, so they should not be. Let's check the ledger real quick. $8,000 troops for Pomerania. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue, honestly. Let's check our war exhaustion. Oh, no worries. Yeah, so interact as you wish or lurk as you must. We just trying to get things moving here on both channels, so Anything you guys do from a chat or a comment perspective, greatly appreciated. Feedback is very welcome. All right, production efficiency. All right, so unfortunately I was a little slow, and what is this war over? Yeah, they're going to take that. So I'm going to be fighting Oldenburg here soon. So let's go ahead and start fabricating on Oldenburg, because that war is going to happen pretty quickly. All right, Hesse and Pomerania. So Pomerania's troops are right there. All 9 of them. They are. Oldenburg is not allied with them, so we could basically wipe out the Hessian army right off the bat, and then just have the